watching American Movie Classics.
Hello again and welcome to American Movie Classics. I'm Bob Dorian. For the next month, we'll be presenting some of America's most respected film critics with their reviews of some of Hollywood's most outstanding films. Today's special guest critic is Norman Mark of WMAQ-TV Chicago with his review of the 1931 horror classic Frankenstein.
Think of it, the brain of a dead man, waiting to live again in a body I made with my own hands. With my own hands.
You know, I can vividly remember the first time I saw Frankenstein. I was babysitting for my younger brother. We had both agreed to go to sleep nice and early, and of course we stayed up late to watch the scary movie. Then came the challenge. Could we go to sleep after watching Frankenstein? Frankenstein holds an eerie power over us today. It's a classic because it set the standard for horror films to come, and because 6 decades after it was first released, it can still make some children and a few grown-ups a little concerned about going to sleep after watching it. Frankenstein was released in 1931, and it substituted the movie horrors for the very real horrors of the Depression. Henry Frankenstein's laboratory, the angry howling monster, the interaction between the monster and the man who created him. We can see echoes of these and other images from this movie in Predator, Terminator, Darkman, RoboCop, and many more to this day. As you watch Frankenstein, notice how gentle the filming is compared to today's efforts. We barely see the monster kill anybody. Most of the violence is off-screen. Look at this classic scene. Dr. Frankenstein's fiancée, her friend, and his old professor have barged in on his laboratory in time to see the final step in his experiment. This is powerful movie making because all the elements, the directing, acting, set design, and sound effects, aim us in one direction to make us feel the mystery and the madness of scientific discovery.
It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
What I find absolutely charming about this film is how human the monster seems. Boris Karloff was tenderly expressive in his clumsy way, especially when he was grateful for a flower from a little girl or yearning for the light in Frankenstein's laboratory. He is not a purely evil killing machine like today's Terminator or Predator. In the end, the film offers this memorable mob scene, which has been repeated with only a few variations in many subsequent films. The villagers searching for the monster, torches lit, dogs straining at the leash, and it ends with the classic battle on the windmill between Dr. Frankenstein and the monster he created. But even here, there is sympathy for the monster who is so desperately afraid of fire. Steeped in ancient myths, borrowing set designs from German silent films, exploring the sin of pride, telling a story with economy, Frankenstein still delights us today. These days, I can watch Frankenstein all the way through without closing my eyes once, but that's because I've seen so many recent movies that are far bloodier and more specific and, frankly, not as good. Frankenstein is movie as myth-making. Those shadows on the laboratory wall, the man walking with his dead daughter through the German town of dancing celebrants, the monster who was once a man and who now evokes terror and sympathy in us. Frankenstein lives because it delivers shock and fear with restraint. I'm Norman Mark for American Movie Classics.
Now, of course, we've seen something special here. That movie wasn't always the way we saw it just now. You remember the scene where the monster meets the little girl and she's not afraid of him. and she places the flower in the lake, and the monster's delighted to see it float. And according to the script, Karloff was supposed to pick up the little girl and gently place her into the water to see if she would also float. When they filmed it, the director, James Whale, insisted that Karloff pick her up over his head and hurl her into the water. Well, Karloff objected, saying that it would ruin the scene's impact, but the director insisted, and Karloff did the scene as he was instructed to do. Now, for years, we didn't see it the way we did just now. Some sources say that Karloff was instrumental in getting that scene cut out, while others maintain that it was just too distasteful for preview audiences. Whatever the reason for the original release, the scene ended just after the monster reaches for the child, and then you saw him back in the town. Thankfully, we were able to show the restored version here on American Movie Classics for the first time in nearly 60 years. We'll be right back.